Hey, Alex, how you doing?
Good, man. Just like you've had a chance to obviously go up against Tom Brady multiple times now at this point in your career, including this year back in Week 12. Is there a moment or a sequence from a game that stands out to you that's been memorable?
Yeah, 2 years ago, AFC Championship. The Patriots came in and they beat us on our home field, and I ended up going out of the game around the third quarter. Sprained ankle. Yeah, that sticks with me.
And then Chris, just what do you make of all the legacy talk that's gone on this week or will continue to go on this week about your guy Patrick Mahomes and obviously Tom Brady and everybody kind of building this up as this legacy bull, and it's going to have such an impact on both these guys and specifically your guy and Patrick Mahomes?
I don't like comparing people. It's not good for the person or for the game. I think they both have paved their own ways, and I think they've both been successful in their own ways. I treat it as this week, block a lot of the noise out and just focus on us.
And lastly, we were having some fun on our show today, Chris. Are you a fan of croissants, the breakfast patriot?
I am. I am. I'm a huge fan. I actually ate a croissant toasted with turkey, bacon, and eggs this morning. Speaking of croissants.
Hey, thanks, Chris.
So we'll just wait and see if anybody else has any questions and keep going from there.
Okay, perfect. If I could just sit and do this for the next 45 minutes, it's great also. I'm not complaining. I don't want you to feel like we need to get Chris some attention or make you feel uncomfortable. I want to make sure that you understand that I'm completely fine with it, how it is.
Sounds good to me too.
All right, you're the best.
Oh, we got a hand. Okay. This is Leo. Leo, go ahead and ask your question.
Thank you for doing this. Most players don't win one Super Bowl. You have a chance to win consecutive Super Bowls. What does that do for your legacy, not only as a player, but for the Chiefs?
I think the Chiefs have always been in a position to be knocking on that door of getting to the Super Bowl. But I think it does more justice for Coach Reed and his legacy. You look back, the only time this has been done is by Coach Reed. Unfortunately, he couldn't get that over that hump in Philadelphia, and he came here and he was able to put a remarkable team together. Not only get us there once, but we're competing back to back for a championship. I think it's huge.
A quick follow-up. When I talked to Coach Reed, he said it was almost as important to get the Lombardi Trophy as it was to hand the Lamar Hunt Trophy to his widow, Mrs. Hunt. Did that kind of resonate with you a little bit?
1,000%. The Lamar Hunt Trophy is amazing. It's huge, but we don't just play and put all these pieces together for the Lamar Trophy. I think the Lombardi Trophy is the most ultimate trophy that you can have, and it's mainly the reason I kind of play the game, so to win at the highest level. And I think the Lombardi Trophy is everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then we're going to go next to Teresa Walker. Oh, maybe.
Hi, Chris. Tom Brady's a guy who likes to kind of work in that pocket and stay there. Does it, for a defensive lineman like yourself, does that make it easy to know at least that you know where he's going to be? And how tough is it to get to him the way he gets the ball out?
Yeah, for a pass rusher, to not have to deal with a guy who can escape the pocket or run away from you while you're chasing. That's the easy part of it, but it's actually a little harder for Tom Brady because he gets the ball out so fast, and 2 seconds you'll be getting off the ball and just do one move, and the ball will be released. But that goes with trust. I trusted my teammates on the back end to play tight coverage to give me that extra second or make him hold the ball. And, it kind of resonates. They trust me to get the quarterback, and I'm trusting them to make Tom Brady hold the ball a second or two longer than he would like to.
And then we're going to go next to Raphael.
Hey, Chris. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, man. How you doing?
There we go.
All right. Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Yeah. I said, how are you?
What in the world?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. It keeps kicking me out.
Media. Zoom. Okay. I think you should be good now.
Am I good? All right. Sorry about that, man. I don't know if that was me or not, but either or, Raphael, from the three-point conversion, your defense has a lot of playmakers on this team. Of course, the offense gets a lot of praise, which, you would probably say they should. But with this defense, can you talk about how close you all are and how connected and how that's helped you out through the last 2 years?
Yeah. I think it have a huge thing to do with the type of guys we have on this defense. We got high character guys on this defense that, everyone kind of talks to everyone in our locker room, and it's more so of a brotherhood other than anything else. So I think that makes the chemistry of the team very high. It's not just the defense, but offense, defense, and everyone. Everyone talks to everyone, and it's just the type of character guys that we have in the locker room. I get up to Veach and Coach Reed and the scouting department.
All right, and if I could have a follow-up,
Sure.
I was going to ask you. Last year you won, and you all definitely was excited. When you come back this year, do you approach it differently than you did last year, or is it, especially because the COVID and everything? But besides that, do you approach it differently? And if so, how are you approaching it versus how you approached it the first year coming up during media week?
I think it's the same approach for me. I treat them all like an important game. I don't get off my routine. I don't change my schedule. Basically, I treat it like another game, but with higher stakes. So it don't really change for me. It stays the same mind frame as last year. Do whatever it takes to win.
Thanks.
We got another hand. This is Krista.
Yes, thank you very much for your time, Chris, and congratulations on making it back-to-back Super Bowl appearances. I'm just curious, it's so different from last season with Media Week, opening night, all the media obligations this week are so different with Zoom. Is it more business this week? Are you guys still having a way to have fun? And are you doing anything different to kind of maybe help the guys that it is their first time this year to make it a little more special this week? seeing how it is only a week out.
Yeah, Crystal, thank you for the kind words. No, this week is just another game for us. You stay in your routine. Nothing really changes. It's just another road game for us, and the stakes are a little higher, but treat your preparation and everything the same. Just include with a high volume of media, but that's okay. But everything else is the normal.
And just a quick follow-up. So are there any extra goals from Sac Nation this week?
Sac Nation goals are always the same. Sack the quarterback, affect the game, and try to put up points on the board.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Teresa Walker.
Chris, I'm going to follow up on that last couple of questions. You say it's just another week, but a year ago in Miami, you guys had to go to the park, stand around, take questions. I can't remember if you were at a podium last year or not, but here you're in front of a Zoom screen talking to people remotely. How different is it, this year as compared to a year ago when you guys got to do it in person?
Yeah, that's probably the biggest difference. We don't have to actually go at a podium, and we get to stay at our own facility. I mean, on a normal day, I would be at this facility to probably 5 o'clock. So, it's 3 now. So I think it's pretty normal for us. We get to stay at the facility a little longer and get our meetings done with a Zoom call. And especially within the pandemic and everything, the league taking the necessary steps to still find ways that we can still be able to have an experience with the Super Bowl. But other than that, I don't think it's a big of a difference.
Which do you prefer?
I prefer this, honestly. Less on the legs. You have to do no walking. You get to sit down the whole time. I mean, I was at a podium last year, but you have to walk to the stadium. There's a lot that comes with that, and I think it's best that we get to stay at our own facility. We don't have to leave Kansas City until the day before the game. I think that's a plus.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then next we'll go to Danilo. I really hope I don't butcher that.
Hey Chris, how you doing? Danilo Lacali from Brazil.
Milo, how you doing, man?
I'm fine. Well, how's the pressure for you now to making Tom Brady uncomfortable in the pocket, and how much can it help the Chiefs on their road to victory?
Honestly, I don't think there's no pressure. Tom Brady is a great quarterback, and I think our DC has great game plan for it. But for me, there's no pressure. I just got to go out, do what I do, play my game, and just play hard for my team.
Thank you.
We got a question from Nate Davis.
Hey, Chris, you mentioned you referenced Coach Spags having a good plan for you. Obviously, he's been in this position going against Tom Brady before. Can you just talk about playing for Coach Spags, maybe the confidence that he gives you guys getting ready for a game like this, and obviously great results last year as well.
Yeah, playing for Coach Spags is great, man. He changed the dynamic of this defense. And then we was able to bring some guys in like Tyrann Matthew that Coach Spags used all over the place. A guy like Frank Clark that Coach Spags put anywhere on the line. So I think he's been a plus to not only our defense but my our individual careers. I think he improved us as players and got us over the hump of just making it to the AFC Championship.
And I'll just follow up with that. Those Giants teams were kind of known for the whole NASCAR package. I don't really think that's necessarily your bread and butter. Obviously, you and Frank get to the quarterback very well. But what do you kind of think is your defense's core identity?
Our core identity. We're relentless. We're very relentless. You turn on that film, you're gonna see 11 guys flying around, playing hard and competing. And that's all you can ask for as a DC.
I guess last one, since they're letting me stay here, you had a big game last year. You had the 3 batted balls and all that. I don't think you actually had a sack, but you obviously made a huge impact on the game. Would it be how would it feel to actually get the sack column and take down the old TB12 in this one?
That would feel great. I never had a sack in the Super Bowl, so hopefully I can change it this year. I'm gonna prepare for it, but if the opportunity presents itself, I'll definitely close on it.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
And we're gonna go next to Lindsay Jones.
Hey, Chris. Hope you're doing well here. I just came over from Patrick's Zoom, and he was talking a little bit about kind of his business investments into Kansas City. I was hoping you could give me your take. How would you grade him as a pitch man? His commercials, as an actor. Do you have a favorite of his, and maybe why?
Patrick Mahomes as an actor. I think Allstate do a pretty good job with him. Him and A-Rod. They're very funny. They're funny. I mean, him as an actor. Well, let's not hope he don't have to act anytime soon, other than these commercials. Does a very good job at football, but him as an actor, I don't. I haven't seen him act as much, but I think he do a very funny job at it. It's very fun.
Is there anything unique about the Kansas City market and the way that they kind of respond to you guys and want you to represent their brands? What have you been doing in the community, and maybe kind of what's it been like for you guys and your teammates this last year, business opportunity wise?
I think business opportunity wise is, I think since Kansas City was able to get over that hump, a lot of opportunities that have opened for different guys and that presented themselves. And I think it's about what type of market you want to get in. I'm very huge into drinking smoothies, so I invested in a tropical smoothie. So it's all about what you like and what you're comfortable with. Different business opportunities are going to approach you at different times, but it's about what you're comfortable with. So I'm a franchisee of tropical smoothie.
In Kansas City, or is it back home?
Yeah, in Kansas City, OP.
How's business been? Has it been tough kind of getting into that in the pandemic?
No, it's been amazing. We have drive-through. I think it's been great. I think I spent a quarter of my paycheck there drinking smoothies a lot. It's not bad buying from yourself.
What's your go-to order?
We just came out with this new drink by the name of the Hurricane. It was more so of a New Orleans Mardi Gras theme. It's the Hurricane, and that's my favorite, hands down. You should go try it.
Next time in Kansas City, I definitely will.
They got them around.
Oh, I'll check it. I'll go search it out. So thanks,
Okay.
Chris. I appreciate it.
You take care.
We're gonna go next to Matt Baker.
Hey, Chris, I want to take you back to high school and college for a second. Mississippi State was your first offer. What did Dan Mullen kind of mean to you in your development to first as a recruit and then to help you get to where you are now?
Dan Mullen is a developer. You know, I was very raw coming out of high school, and Dan Mullen and his staff kind of developed me along the way and prepared me for the league. You know, David Turner. I had Jeff Collins as the DC, and then I had him for 1 year, and I ended up having uh, Miami's head coach for my DC,
Manny.
and you know, he put a lot of good guys around me to help me develop my game. Dan Mullen is my guy though. Him and Megan, I love them. We still keep in touch to this day. And then Coach Hevesy, who has recruited me from state, you know, we still have a close communications.
And we're going to go next to Rob.
Hey, Chris, I wanted to ask you the significance of the phrase, I am second. I know what that means, but when did you come to that point in your life, and how has that realization helped you as you navigate challenges in life, in the NFL, and everything that you go through?
I think it's more so my character as a person. I just, I'm normally, it's to remind me always that God is first, our creator, and I am second, so everything I do is for the glory of God.
And then we're going to go next to Megan.
Hey, Chris, so you've been campaigning to get an offensive play for the longest. So just seeing, has Andy installed anything in the playbook for you to maybe score a touchdown in the Super Bowl?
In the Super Bowl, that would be huge. You know, I do have a play. I don't know if it'll get ran in the Super Bowl, but you know, I think they're gonna throw me a touchdown, or I'm gonna throw a touchdown one of these years. You know, Coach Reed takes a little convincing, as you can see, to play offense, and it's okay. Poe, you know, Poe was a different situation. You know, Coach Reed and him had a different type of connection. Poe used to bring his mom butterscotch cookies to the facility and make sure Coach Reed received them. So now I got Coach Reed every Christmas getting brownies to, you know, just easing them in. I don't want them to feel forced, but letting it happen organically.
So you do have a play.
Offense.
Are you catching the ball, throwing the ball? Can you give us
I
like
really
a little
can't.
insight?
I really can't give you too much detail. I mean, I don't think it's getting ran in the Super Bowl. Just maybe more so next year or the year after that or the year after that. You know, sometime soon though.
I do have one more question. Speaking of smoothies, you have the franchise, the tropical smoothie franchise. Do you make smoothies? Like, can you whip up a smoothie? What's your favorite combination of fruits?
You know, I haven't whipped up a smoothie in a decade, but I'm more so I have a lot of greens, probably some superfoods, plant superfood, orange juice, spinach, and put some oats in there, and that's probably my favorite.
Okay, so if I go home and try the orange juice, spinach, and oats, what can I call this smoothie? I'm gonna try it tonight. What can I call this?
Orange juice. CJ.
The CJ. Okay, orange juice, spinach, and oats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
We're going to go to Alex Gold.
Hey, Chris, just back. I just wanted to ask you, I didn't have a chance earlier. What would it mean to you just to win back-to-back championships? What would that mean to you?
Everything, man. This is why you play the game. You know, I'm trying to get in the Hall of Fame one day. When I retire, I want to be inducted to the Hall of Fame, and This is the reason you play the games. I want to retire with like 6 or 7 rings. So, you know, when you look down the road, you can have this to look back on it. You just don't have a lot of years to look back on that you never won a ring. That changed their perspective of things.
And how
Makes you feel like you you achieved something in the game other than personal stats.
and then to do it this year where everybody's going through this pandemic, you guys are trying to play a sport during it, you're going through testing every single day and all that. Like, how much more, I guess, impressive do you feel that makes this run that you've gone on because you're navigating through a pandemic?
I think it'll make the run well worth it. You know, getting your nose swabbed every day, having to adjust to the type of conditions in order to play the game. I think that's a huge step right there as players that we had to adjust to, and actually winning the Lombardi Trophy. I mean that would be remarkable. That would be unexplainable, man. Especially during this time in America. So, you know, if we was able to win it and pull this off, I think it'd be up on the ladder for the my most highest achievement.
Hey, thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
And we're gonna go next to Eric Wilson.
Chris, appreciate your time, man. I just have a quick question. I apologize if it's been asked already, but Coach Spags, what does he talk to you gentlemen about this week as far as embracing the moment and getting mentally prepared for Sunday's game?
The same things. You know, this is about us and making corrections on our defense in order to be prepared when we see the Buccaneers and Tom Brady. You know, just the discipline of the defense. You know, but nothing. You know, nothing out of the ordinary.
If I can ask a quick follow-up, Chris, you know, given that you guys are back to back in this, is there some type of like maybe superstition that y'all have on that defensive squad to remain so intact?
I don't think we have a superstition. I just think, you know, we all depend on each other. We trust each other to do our job plus, you know, we go by my job plus. If you do your job plus a notch higher, we will in the end we will be satisfied with the results.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're gonna go next to Ryan Stern.
Hey, Chris, almost a follow-up with Coach Spags. We all know his history with how he was able to take down Tom Brady with the undefeated season in 2007. Have you guys studied any of the tape of that team to figure out how the best way to go after Tom Brady would be?
No. I think we're two completely different defenses. The game has changed since then, and Tom Brady is a different quarterback since then. I don't think Spags probably run somewhat similar plays, but the defenses are different. If you can remember, that team was famous. Well, that defense was famous for the NASCAR package. I think it's a little different dynamic here in this point in time than what he had back then. But you know, we mainly focus on the games that Tampa Bay played in the recent year.
And we're gonna go next to Megan Strickland again.
So last week you talked about how you get motivation from Twitter off of certain people's tweets. Is there a tweet that stands out to you that you think about often? Like, yeah, they said this. Is there like a particular tweet that you keep in your memory for motivation?
No. I usually screenshot some stuff, and right before the game I look at it, get a glance of it, and be like, okay.
What's the most, well, I don't want to say disrespectful, but what's the most disrespectful thing someone's ever tweeted at you that really just got you fired up for the game?
You know what? I haven't had nothing out of the ordinary like that. I get told I suck all the time. Other than that, you know, I don't really have disrespect. I don't take it as disrespect. I take it as another person's opinionated person, which we're entitled to. So.
And we're gonna go next to Colin.
Hi, Chris. How's it going? Greetings from Dublin, Ireland. I have a question for you for Brendan Daly. Given that name, I couldn't not ask, but he's going to be going into his 5th straight Super Bowl, which is quite a record, and yourself going into the 2nd in a row. There's a lot talked about the experience, obviously the Bucks have, but you guys have massive experience. Can you talk maybe a little bit about Brendan's influence?
Yeah, Coach Daly has been great. He's been good for us, especially in prepare for the teams that we couldn't get that hump over. But he's definitely, definitely has brought some fire to this defensive line.
Thanks.
Next, we're going to go to Todd Lebo.
Hey, Chris, how you doing, man?
How you doing, Todd?
Pretty good. You guys you've been asked before about you and Brady, you get in his face a little bit when you guys played back in the Patriots. And just tell me how you kind of got that attitude. The Patriots were always a team that kind of would beat people, and they just kind of mentally beat people. And you've always been with someone to kind of stand up and not take that from anybody. Have you enjoyed that little rivalry when you guys get a little face-to-face on the field? Do you expect anything like that might happen on Sunday?
No, we never go into getting in our opponent's face or all of that. It just happened within the game. We listen. D-line go by a rule, man. We don't take nothing from anybody. We don't care who it is, man. It's just on the field. Even though we playing a physical game, you're still gonna respect me as a person. So we're not gonna bow down to anyone. You better take off my knees if you're looking for me to bow down. But I hope it doesn't happen this game. I never go into a game looking to get in anyone's face. I just play the game by the rules and try to have fun.
We're going to go next to Jason.
Hey, Chris, good to see you. Good to talk to you. Last year, you and I, you talked to many people, obviously, at the Super Bowl media time. We talked about your faith, and I wanted to ask you how your faith's grown this past year, being a Super Bowl champion. I know on your Twitter page it says, I am second. Can you kind of share how your faith is growing and the importance of your faith in your life?
Yeah, I think every year you go through a transition of change from what you were the year prior. And I think this year was a lot more on discipline in me than last year. But I go by the phrase "I am faith" because of the fact that, I am second because of the fact that I put God first and my faith first, and I come second to that. So everything I do or every achievement that I accomplish is because of the glory of my Creator. It's because He created me, He gave me the ability. So by Him giving me the ability, I bring that in return.
Thank you.
Got another question from Ryan.
Let's do this.
Hey, Chris, who would you think is the emotional leader of your defensive group?
Emotional. Depending on how deep you're trying to use emotional. I think every leader on this team is an emotional leader. I think just the different types of emotions, there can be the heart-touching emotions. There can be the angry emotion. Different players offer different type of leadership because their emotions are different. But we have a couple different guys. We got T5 who he is an emotional leader. He speaks from the heart. He speaks from, this is everything he had. You got Frank Clark, who speaks in the same language, but more so with a little aggression. But he means well. Um, you know, I speak from emotion. If you look at it, Pat speaks from emotion because we put so much into this game, and that when we feel like we're not achieving what we want to achieve, sometimes our emotions comes out. So it's just different types of emotions.
We're gonna go next to Blair.
Hi, Chris. First, congratulations.
Blair.
You've talked about before how, you're playing on defense, but even when you're on the sideline, you watch the offense like you're a fan. You're watching, you're learning from them. What have you learned by watching this offense, but also playing on defense? How does this matchup look to you? Everyone's talked about the Brady-Mahomes matchup, but it's so much more than that.
I agree with you. It's so much more than that. But we treat it like any other game. We can be beat by anyone on any given Sunday. So we got to make sure that we correct things we can get better at, and try to prepare for the team that's ahead of us.
We're gonna go next to Jory Epstein.
Hi, Chris. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I know that COVID protocol isn't anything new for you and your teammates, but given how high the stakes are this week, does anything change in how y'all go about trying to avoid the virus or the conversations you're having around the building?
Yeah. Something about the NFLPA and NFL, they was able to come up with different type of restrictions and COVID issues and things along the way to help us as players to keep keep the volume of the virus down. So as long as you follow in the rules, I don't think, as best as you can, I think there's a low possibility of you contracting the virus. But, just follow the rules. That's what I think. You follow the rules and it's a low possibility of it.
How challenging can that be with your families and friends at home, or is it this week you just try and keep your circle as small as possible?
Yeah, that's been the whole year, just trying to keep the circle as small as possible, try to limit who comes in and who comes around you, just to make sure that your safety is okay, and your family safety is okay.
Another question from Cameron.
Hey, Chris, how's it going?
How you doing, Cameron?
I'm well, man. Congratulations on your success. Not to bring up the past, but I want to know, is this game kind of like vindication for you? Coming having another chance at these guys, they beat you in the playoffs a couple years ago. Do you feel vindication coming into this game? Any added pressure with that?
No. What happened in the past is in the past. It's about today. They're a different team today. He's on a different team. He's with the Bucks now, Tom Brady, and beat us 2 years ago in the AFC Championship. But I think it's more so about today. Focus on today. Don't worry about that. Focus on the game at hand.
All right, and another question for, if you will, Tyreek Hill says Chad Henne fires him up for the games, and I'm gonna ask you if you know why. And Travis Kelce says the Chiefs Kingdom kind of it gives him energy and fuel before the games. I'm gonna ask you, do you know why Tyreek Hill said Chad Henne fires him up?
I don't, man. Can you please tell me how Chad Henne fires up Tyreek?
He says because of his crazy dances before he does the game. He kind of gets everybody pumped up and fired with his wild dances. Do you see that? And then who fires you up before the games?
Oh man. oh I haven't seen. You know what? I had a glimpse of Chad dancing, and I can see why Tyreek is fired up. The crowd. More so, the Kingdom fires me up. Also, man, the fans, they go crazy. They make me go crazy, and it's a domino effect.
Okay, well the crowd ain't gonna be there on a Sunday. So what's it gonna take for you guys to keep that same momentum?
Oh, the ones that will be there, and they will be there.
Okay.
They definitely will be there. Chiefs Kingdom travels.
Okay.
They'll be firing me up, and I'll be firing them up.
All right. Well, we're looking to see you fired up, man. Have a good one.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
Got about 6 minutes left.
So I only got 6 minutes left, and I'm done.
You are done.
Oh my God! They did not tell me this. Oh my God! Should I go to Oklahoma Joe's after this?
Is that a barbecue place?
Yeah.
Sure. I've never tried it.
Where you from?
I'm from St. Louis.
Oh, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
What they call it, the Lou?
The Lou. STL 314.
Oh, Nelly, right?
Barbecue place.
Y'all got really good food down there.
Yeah.
But St. Louis has the best food, honestly.
Wow, it's the first person I've heard say that lives in Kansas City.
Kansas City has the best barbecue. But if you're looking for food, St. Louis got food places all around.
That's true.
Like y'all are the food capital. Y'all are ready for any type of food.
That is very true. Have you ever tried toasted ravioli?
What's the pizza place from St. Louis? Mio's?
Emos.
Mo's. That's what it is. Mo's. Yeah. The Mo's. I tried theirs. It's really good.
Oh.
I'm telling you, but hands down, they had the best ravioli that I tasted. Fried ravioli.
That's what I like to hear. We got a question from Jade.
The Peter. Where's that at?
So Jade Mallett here with the AAU. While we're here to celebrate what you're doing currently in the NFL, can we reminisce a little bit? And can you tell me some lessons you learned playing AAU sports that still apply on the NFL field today?
Jade, girl.
We're throwing it way back.
Oh, you're taking it back old school. Well, Jade, unfortunately, I'm gonna give you a quick background while I'm unable to answer that question. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to play AAU sports and football. I was a basketball player for the longest. You know, if I wasn't playing football today, I'd definitely be in the NBA dunking on people.
No, we've got you registered AAU basketball.
Yeah, I was legit. But I only started playing football when I was in middle school, 7th and 8th grade. I ended up stopping my first junior varsity year because of the fact that I wanted to shine. Only people who got their names in the paper was wide receivers and quarterbacks. Yeah, I wasn't having it and not getting my name in the paper. You know, you score 10 points in a basketball game, you can, you know, you get your name in the paper and some more stuff. So, you know, that was the main focus with me, is get my name in the paper. So my 10th grade year, I was able to play football, and that kind of made me fall in love with the game. That was changed. But those rules that I learned in high school kind of developed me along the way, and my coach, Cody Cox, kind of helped me, kind of transitioned me into the player I am today. You know, just by being disciplined, you know, the drive, always being accountable, those things stuck with me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jade.
We're going to go next to Seren.
Chris at Seren Petro WHB in Kansas City. Chris, a lot of conversation about how there's one Tom Brady when he's got a clean pocket, and then there's another Tom Brady that maybe struggles a little more when he's getting banged.
Uh-oh, we lost you.
Uh-oh.
I'm still here. I'm sorry you put the
right.
mute on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's there.
I'm here. But I know you and Frank always take it on yourself to really get things going and put pressure on the quarterback. But is it safe to say that, this game, maybe more than any other, that you guys have to pressure Brady, that's, if you guys don't have a big day, it's going to be a long day?
I don't think it's no pressure for us. I mean, we prepare like any other game. And, to me, Brady is the same quarterback in or out the pocket. But it's no pressure. I think it's more so of an opportunity.
We are going to go next to Jaron.
Hey, Chris, appreciate the time. So Tampa's Vita Vea is back from injury. He's ready to go for Sunday. And in the Super Bowl specifically, the big matchup that is really talked about in the media is the quarterback battle, and rightfully so. And this year it's the same. But I think right behind that storyline this season and in this game is the story between you and Vita. So what does that mean to you to make such big headlines with you and Vita? And I do have to ask, and I think I already know the answer, but I want to hear from you. Who's going to win that battle in your opinion?
I'm distraught because this is my first time hearing of this. I didn't know there was a battle. Well, listen, I hope he goes out and have a subpar game. I know he's back from injury, praying for good health on him. But, I hope he doesn't play outstanding against us. He can play. I'm wishing him to play successful through all of his game except this one. We're trying to win here. But, he's a heck of a player, man. You look at the tape, he's a heck of a player. More props to him. But, wishing him the best.
And we're going to go last to Trey John.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Appreciate you for asking. I wanted to ask about, I guess you say the name of the game of interior pressure and how important it is. I think we both can say that the most important thing that you can get or you can accomplish when it comes to shutting down an offense is getting interior pressure or disruption up the middle. So when you look at Tampa Bay's offensive line, are you confident in your ability to win that matchup, get that interior pressure, and maybe it goes a long way towards shutting down Tampa Bay's offense en route to you guys potentially taking home another Vince Lombardi trophy?
Man, they have a really great offensive line. I just hope I can get close to Brady. Those guys do a very, very good job of protecting him and making a clean pocket for Tom Brady. So we'll see, man. I'm going to watch a lot of film on him, and hopefully I can get to Tom Brady without those big guys getting in front of me.
Appreciate the time, Chris.
Thank you.
All right. You are all done.
You're the best. Hey, tell me, what's the place name again? Peters, where is it at? St. Louis?
Emos? Are you talking about Emos?
Oh, Emos. Yeah, I didn't taste that before, but you said you had a place that had fried ravioli that you was telling me about.
Yeah, Emos.
Oh, Imo's, yeah.
Mhm.
St. Louis style pizza. Yeah, it's cool.
Yep.
You know what I think? It's different. That's a lot different. St. Louis style pizza and New York pizza.
Yeah.
If you ever go to New York, if you ever go to Miami, make sure you go to this place called Steve's. Steve's Pizza. Oh my God. Steve's or Lucali is the best pizza in Miami.
Okay.
Well, listen, have a great day. I'm out.
Too. Enjoy your barbecue.
Oh, I definitely will. You think I should get the sandwich?